vision for this in the plan, but have you got accommodation for doctor and core, like a small apartment or something?
That's in the plan. Now, we had an original plan and we stepped away from that and we're going to another, in terms of an original plan, like a design, and we've stepped away from that and we're going to this new design. And this is the stage that we're at, where we're seeing what fits and what doesn't. So it's part of the original design that we will have an on-call room for doctors. There may need to be some sharing of the facility with some nurses, but there has to be somewhere for the doctors. And you can well imagine, I'm going to champion that. The doctors are going to have a room, definitely. Rose, and then...
Okay. Very brilliant presentation. Thank you so much. The first time I really had a comprehensive overview of what the new hospital is all about. I do know that you said at the start that there's a hospital improvement project which is run by a board. Now, at the stage where the architect does the design and the building is approved and about to begin, would there be a technical team, if you like, to supervise every aspect of the building so that it in fact adheres to all the things you talked about?
Absolutely. The architects are part of the consortium, and so they're not just the people designing. The building, all of these people are working together. And then once we have the contractor to actually start the building, there will be a technical team to make sure things stay on track. Somebody needs to monitor it day in, day out. As I said, we don't want people messing around with the timelines. We need to have a hospital, and we've said 2017, and it's going to be 2017. Yes, please.
I'm the ladies. Doctor, I'm going to go to the long name, but I'll just say
Dr. Tracy. Everyone calls me Dr. Tracy or Tracy. I answer to that.
Yes, and I noticed you found it for my name. My name is Adelina Tuit. Okay, I just want to say how, what a very excellent presentation that you have made. You have spoken to us for approximately an hour without taking a break and taking us through so fluently and everything. That sometimes I'm sitting here and I would like to ask a question and I'm saying, oh boy, she's gone all with it, so I don't even know. I'm so excited about the presentation that I don't even remember what my question would be. However, in your early presentation, you mentioned about getting the hospital ready, and our focus should be on getting in it. And I have a very soft spot for training. And I'm hoping that from your presentation, I realize that you are capable of organizing this sort of training. And we need to focus a little bit too on customer, not customer, but patient care, and how we get information across to them, how we get them to take their medication in a little bag. So, for me, that is very, very important. And especially to, I know you said we don't come to bash. I don't have bashing in my vocabulary. The word's not in my vocabulary. However, instances like the ECG, for example, it may sound simple, but we really need to train staff to efficiently deal with them. Because as you mentioned, we have all this hypertensive and diabetics. We do have heart conditions too, quite a lot on Montserrat. So we have to prepare our staff to be able to go into this nice, proper building that you're taking us into to deal with our patients.
Thank you very much for that. Yes, training is very high on the agenda, and it's on various levels. So part of the Ministry of Health strategic plan speaks to training for the nurses, the doctors, and dentists across the board. Everyone's got a training element in the strategic plan for Ministry of Health. What they're also doing is Mr. Gilchrist has set up these quality circles within the hospital, and that means getting groups of individuals, not within the same specialty necessary, but getting groups of individuals to understand how to work better, how to communicate with each other, because that's the first step, is being able to communicate with each other. Doctors aren't very good at communicating with patients or nurses. Nurses aren't necessarily great at communication with doctors, but they communicate great with patients. It's about getting people talking and working together, and that's how we're going to start moving forward. In the interim as well, we're running patient satisfaction surveys. We've done one already. I believe it's on the maternity ward. The next one is going to be run in casualty, and then next to the general wards. So we're also getting patients' feedback on how they would like us to present ourselves. So it's all part of the package. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. I realize this won't be really needed until 2017, but are we looking at new X-ray equipment? Are we looking at laser and other technical pieces of equipment?
We are looking at technical equipment within the context of what we will have the capacity to do. I would like us to have top of the line equipment, but if this is something that will not be used on a regular basis, we will have wasted our financial resource. And so we have to make an assessment of what is required, and we're doing that now. We're looking at what are the basic packages of care that we offer on island. If we have a regular program of visiting specialists, which we are preparing and which we are setting up now, what are these specialists going to need when they come on island? But for some things, we just will not be able to use them on a regular basis in order to keep them working, in order to keep our staff at the highest level of proficiency in using this technology. So it's about getting the technology, yes, but getting the technology that we will use rather than getting the technology for the sake of getting technology. So yes, we will be considering all the technology that would be useful in giving the highest possible care, the highest quality care on island, with the understanding that we have limitations. And some people may not be happy with what our limitations will be, but that's why we have our visiting specialist program. We will have people coming in who will be able to bring bits of equipment with them. We will have to provide it for them on island, but it will not be everything for everyone.
Yes, Dr. Tracy told me at the start that she had another appointment and she would have to leave at 11 o'clock. We pinched 15 minutes off her. So thank you, Dr. Tracy, for coming. And we hope that you'll be with us for a long time and give us regular updates. Ladies and gentlemen, I think the refreshments are about to be served. Thank you.